Are you ready for $2 a liter gas? Are you driving right now? For those of you who are driving, by the way, just stay focused on the road and the job at hand. Keep your hands on the wheel. Don't get too frustrated here. But if you're looking at your tank and you're saying, oh boy, I got a quarter tank. What should I be doing here? I got to fill up soon. Looking at the gas prices in the Montreal area, the high gas prices, seeing 193.9 across the board. Looking at gas stations in Dorval, Côte Saint Luc, Saint Constant, South Shore. 193.9. The gas prices at the pump expected to hit $2 a liter this week. Escalations in that conflict in the Middle East have led to headaches for Canadians across the country. But something else is happening in 2 weeks that could mean things getting even worse at the pumps. Let's go to Dan McTeague, president of Canadians for Affordable Energy. Hi, Dan.
Hello. Yes, very high today. In fact, it'll be higher tomorrow.
Okay, so it's going to be higher tomorrow. That's a guarantee. You guarantee it? Everyone should fill up Toot Sweet?
Yeah, well, they see it on my site, affordableenergy.ca or gaswizard.ca. I've been doing this for, 25 years, 30 years. So, yeah, normally we get it right. The only thing I don't get right is if gas stations decide to play games, what I call gas bar shenanigans, and reduce their retail margins of 10, 12 cents a liter. But assuming the wholesale price is correct, $1.34, plus all the taxes, plus your HST or KPS at the end of it, you're looking at 200.9. So I think tomorrow's the day. You might see some stations move to $2 a liter. Some, of course, won't want to touch that because they want to make sure they get continue getting business by selling gasoline at or below cost and charging you more for whatever they sell in the store. Either way, they're not on the knocking on the door of the $2 a liter range. You haven't seen that really since April of 2023.
So, I'm old enough to remember the time where those gas station signs, the electronic signs, they only had two positions. So It was, when it went to $1, everyone's like, oh God, we got to change our whole technology system. And they had to write in the one. Okay. So I remember that. But how did we get from the $1 to the $2, Dan? How did we get here?
Well, lots of taxes and, of course, weak Canadian dollar. Elias, the Canadian dollar used to be the petrodollar. We talked about this last time. It's no longer that. No one puts a lot of faith in the Canadian currency, and as a result, 139 plus pennies, maybe 139.5 buys you a U.S. dollar. By the way, when this conflict began and the energy shock began, it was 136.4, actually 136.42 to be exact. That it fell on that Friday, the 27th, or last days of February. And what we're seeing now today is an actual decline of about 3 cents a liter, about 2%. So no one takes Canada as an energy superpower seriously anymore. And the world needs more energy, gas and oil in particular. Gas for not just for heating, but also for fertilizers, for styrenes, for polyethylene. Those prices are going up, by the way. And even, feedstock for many types of fertilizers, urea in particular, and nitrogen. The fact that Canada said no, there's no business case and blocked it over the past 10 years, now means we're going to pay a pretty significant price, even for those who don't drive. Just wait till it starts to cascade into the cost of delivery for everything you take for granted, whether it be the Uber driver or whether that be something you happen to buy from Amazon, or just the price of pretty much everything delivered by diesel, by jet, by train, whatever the case may be. All those things mean that prices are going up.
Well, and everything, is transported in one way or another and relies on that. Now, let me ask you about what's happening in 2 weeks' time, April 15th. The switch from winter to summer blends. How much more hurt is on our way?
Well, it looks like it's already 24.5 cents a gallon higher. When you multiply that by 139 and you divide it by the number of liters in a gallon, 3.78541, I have to do the top of my head because it's almost instinctual. It's 10.2 cents a liter. So with tax, maybe 11 cents a liter here in Quebec, 10 cents for Ontario, and out west where they have a 5% GST, only about, it's enough. It's about 9.2 cents a liter. So all in all, the price increase could get a lot worse, and we might break the 215, 220 that we saw back just a few years ago. As I mentioned, about April 18th was the actual date.
Yeah. Well, so what? That's our record. What's the highest it's ever been?
That's the record. And I mean, we saw 220 at some places, very few places, back in end of June 2022. And it was only a temporary thing for one day. A lot of gas stations didn't go that route. They bit the 10-cent retail margin, so we didn't really see that. But in terms of a more permanent number that we did see, April 18, 2023 was the last time we broke into the this range here of $2 a liter and $2.15, $2.20. Well, that takes you back to July of 2022.
Can we have a moment here to think of the poor drivers who drive a vehicle that takes premium gasoline?
Oh my God! Yes.
230.9 is the prediction by Gas Wizard for tomorrow. 230.9.
Yeah, 230. It's always 30 cents more. And mind you, that's where gas stations make up the money. It costs them an extra 18 cents between regular and premium at the wholesale, but they pick up a cool 10. So if 1 in 10 people buy premium, you can pretty much offset if you're losing gasoline, money selling gasoline on a day like today or tomorrow, where fuel prices will probably cost most gas stations about $1.85. If they're selling below that, check the price of the coffee, the water, the beef jerky, because that's how they're making up the difference.
So, and by the way, I don't want you to condone bad behavior or bad treatment of vehicles. But at that price, at $2.30, do you think about, I love my car, but you're going to have to survive on regular for a bit?
Well, listen, Elias, I worked Toyota Canada, public relations, before I was elected member of Parliament back in 1993. What's true then is true today. If your vehicle doesn't need premium, don't put it in there. It doesn't do a damn thing to improve the vehicle performance in any way, shape, or form. It's not cleaner. It's not better. If your car needs it, high compression, whatever the case may be. It might have, I think, for instance, of older Mercedes, it might require turbo for their case of their turbos. They will require Supreme, so use Supreme, but do not use it if you don't need it. You certainly don't want to pay more for something you don't need.
Dan, is there any pathway to relief? Is there like, Trump comes out, war's over, we're bringing all the ships home. Like, is there any pathway to relief here?
Well, I saw one thing this morning in the Wall Street Journal that was interesting, where he's saying, basically, look, Europe, Asia, you're reliant on the Strait of Hormuz. We are not in North America. If you guys don't get involved in getting that place open, I'm getting out of here. And you can open it yourself or keep it closed, and that'll damage the European and Asian markets even more so. So he's basically saying put up or shut up. As a result, there's no change in price so far for Thursday as we head into the long weekend.
So is it not I find it hard to believe that it's not affecting us here. Even if we're not getting our oil from there, it seems like it has to. Well,
Brent is going up $5 a barrel. Our oil maybe up 50 cents, WTI. So, yeah, it's geopolitics, and it's how the Brent oil is used for Europe. It's used for Asia. Murban is used for the Middle East, and that's various reference priced oil. But the difference between the three oils is as much as $25. If you're close in proximity to that place, then yeah, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have prices much higher.
Dan, we'll leave it there. Thanks for all the comforting good news, and we'll come back real soon. Okay.
I'm going to do that, but fill up today, not tomorrow.
Fill up ASAP. That's the news from Dan McTeague, president of Canadians for Affordable Energy. His website, gaswizard.ca. Now, on the text line here, I have a listener who has taken matters into their own hands. Elias, I drive an Infiniti. It requires premium fuel. I'm already over $2 a liter. But today, I'm picking up my first all-electric vehicle. Gas was a killer. That's from Mark in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. That's how he's handling the gas prices there.
The newest tracks. Let's go. New music. And the next big thing.
Always on the new music first.
Your first place to hear it all.
'Cause you gon' like it, love it, wanna play it twice. Playing now.
iHeart New Music. Your digital station for brand new drops, fresh finds, and tomorrow's bangers.
I think we need something new.
Discover iHeart New Music. Always fresh, always first. Stream now on the free iHeartRadio app.